Let's crack a tinny, mate.
Let's crack it. Let's go.
First one of 2024.
Right down the mic. Oh, yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, man. Happy 2024. Been quite the year, hasn't it?
What, already?
Well, yeah, already, but just in terms of last year as well, obviously.
Yeah.
Made a start with this. When did we start it? Was it like, I think we had the idea around July, and then we kicked it off around September time.
That's right, yeah.
But yeah, it's been unreal, mate. Like, you know, from the first episode, which was like super fucking amateur, sat the little mini table.
Yeah, we were sat on our knees, weren't we? On my daughter's table.
Yeah, it was like both having mad cramp, and it was like you was like nudging the table and shit. It was like going boom, boom. We didn't know what we was fucking doing. I'm not saying that we're seasoned pros and shit.
No, we thought, but we're getting there. Look
at the setup.
Look at the setup.
We got the tripod. We got the ring light. We got the mics.
We got the IB.
We got the mic because we've had tech issues, haven't we?
So many
already.
Tech issues.
Yeah, just before obviously we jump into the episode, just explain some of our tech issues to any like fucking, I'd say nerds, but
we're nerds as well.
Just anyone who has more of a clue than we do. I thought you could just plug the mics in and go, and obviously you was like, no, you need to like set it up, blah blah blah. And we went to set it up and it was already on, but it would only pick up one mic at a time
because of the same make and model.
Yeah, so we've got two mics, which look boss as well. But only one works at the same time, doesn't it?
Well, when you plug them both in, it just sort of cuts one of them out.
Yeah, was it called MIDI setup on the Mac?
Audio MIDI setup,
like
yeah.
MIDI. So we clicked on that, and normally you'd have like two USB outputs, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But it was only bringing up one, and if it unplugged one, it's still only showing one. And then even if a toggle between them, only one was fucking showing up. We're trying to send it for a hot dog and unplug one and plug it back in rapid. Thinking it should turn. I'm like,
trick the mic.
But it weren't having it, so fuck knows. Like we didn't have time to proper like hardcore deep dive into it, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. And if not, we can always send back one mic and just buy a different branded mic. I suppose that's a good way around it.
Yeah, we could do that fairly easily, to be fair.
And then we're not both like sharing a mic like fucking Lady in the Tramp, like sucking a noodle, like I guess. But anyway, yeah. Fucking yeah, so that was just a bit of a 2023. So obviously it's been Christmas and shit, hasn't it?
It has been Christmas. Did you have a good Christmas and stuff?
Yeah, it was wonderful. You know, it's always a bit hectic in general, like with all the family and everyone round, and yeah, just carnage, and you don't know what day it is in between fucking Christmas and New Year when you're off work. And then it's obviously my daughter's birthday on the 28th.
Yeah.
It's just carnage because it's Christmas Day. We hosted Christmas at ours. It's really nice. We had Beth's mum and Nana and Grandad round, and obviously the kids. So that was lovely. I say we hosted, but Beth and her mum did all the food and shit, and I just entertained the kids.
Just ran after the kids.
And just had different presents getting opened every 5 minutes and asking me to set it up and get my screwdriver out and shit like that. But this is obviously the beauty of it. And then, you know, that day was then done. It was an exhausting day because you are just like playing loads, and then, you know, the youngest obviously being just 2, she's like wanting your attention loads, and it's just never ending. And then the birthday was 2 days later, so then it was like same again. Like
more presents,
again,
more entertaining.
You know, just
it's your social battery does take a toll, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Like after those initial first few days of Christmas, and then your Boxing Days, and like I said, your daughter's birthday. Like, that'd take a lot out of anybody.
No, it does. And I was like chefing as well on a birthday. Did the 2 curries, which was quite good to be fair, because normally I'd do 3 curries because I'd have to do a vegan curry, vegetarian curry, and a meat curry.
Yeah, like a normal one.
To be fair, I wouldn't actually do a vegetarian curry because I'd probably just do a vegan and a meat, and vegetarian would eat vegan.
Less pan usage and stuff.
Yeah, but I've done it before with pizzas. I've got a vegan pizza, like a cheese pizza for
vegan cheese, man.
And then because that's what I mean, like I'm veggie, and I can eat most things vegan, but vegan cheese on pizzas, some of them you can get away with because they don't use a lot of cheese on it, and it. You know, the pizza's still quite nice because they'll smash loads of that jackfruit on it and make it spicy, whatever. I think it overpowers it.
Is jackfruit like the sort of like pulled pork equivalent?
It's essentially, yeah.
That's what, like people. So
yeah. So it's like it's mad because in its raw form, it's like a massive green fucking fruit on a tree, and then like you hack into it, and then you rip out these. It's like these white kind of ball things within it, and then you chop them in half, and then it's got all the thing in it, and it's like loads of mini like balls and pieces and all shit like that, and then you essentially shred it up with a fork, and then you can like marinate it in whatever you want, smother it in oil, and then put it in the air fryer or whatever, and then...
I've actually never had jackfruit anything.
It's decent. When you do it yourself, it's obviously not as good, because I think it's quite a bittery, rubbery taste, but you can get it in some places like restaurants or whatever, and like it's fucking...
Can you imagine cooking it in like honey would be nice, but I don't think it's honey vegan.
It's debatable. It's like a debatable thing in the vegan world.
Oh shit! I've unlocked a can of worms there. It's an innocent question.
It's because obviously vegans don't have animal
products.
produce, so like they can't have like milk, eggs, and all shit like that. But they argue that honey kills bees, so like you shouldn't have it. But then other ones are like, well, it fucking doesn't, and it doesn't harm them. Like whereas with like milk and stuff.
Does it kill the bees if they make honey?
I don't know whether it like. I don't think it kills them. And again, I'm going down a rabbit hole here. But I know with obviously cows, it's like really bad for the environment to keep them all like locked up, and that's more about slaughtering them and killing them, and like I think it's like the methane that comes off all this shit, and then like all the stuff that they do to like create food for them, and then all the machinery and stuff. It's like the worst thing for the planet above like transport. The meat industry basically.
Wow.
So like. The way the world's going, and we're obviously changing the way we are with like electric cars and like solar powered fucking houses and all shit like that. It's like that's like the next thing for like the next 20 to 30 years, I think, to like reduce a lot of that. Even if people cut down, eat your meat X amount of days or whatever. But the way I see it, I just think like in the future there won't be a reason to eat meat, because. How have we got onto this anyway?
I have no idea.
Like
you were hosting, then you said you had vegan curries and stuff.
And then fuck this anyway.
It just goes on, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, it's a good way to intro. But anyway, so that was my Christmas, and then like loads of football weaved in amongst it, which was nice.
Yeah.
That kept me a bit like afloat above all the shit. Like it gave me something to look forward to, amongst all the madness.
Especially if it was like an 8 o'clock or 8:30 kickoff when like the kids are in bed and you're like, I'm just going to watch footy now and do nothing.
What's really funny as well is obviously being a United fan. I can't remember what our first game I watched over the Christmas period was, I think it was United and fucking my mind's gone blank, but the game West Ham. And going into that, I thought we might win it or get a draw, and we got beat, and it was a shit game. Both teams played shit. And then going into the Villa game, I was like, we should get beat, but I know we're going to win or get a result, because that's the way United are at the moment. And then we obviously won and played amazing post being 2-0 down. And then going into the Forest game, which we should have won, I said, we're going to get beat. And that I can now predict the algorithm of United.
No way. You've like hacked the system.
Just if you think we should win that game, we're going to get beat. And if you think we should get beat, we might win. Do you know what I mean? Like it's mental. But anyway, new owners in. There's a lot of change at the top, and there's getting rid of loads of toxic shit, like Sancho's gone, and loads of stuff like that, which is positive. It's a step in the right direction.
True.
It's not going to happen overnight.
It's been needed for a while, hasn't it? This whole
it's the right step, and then just before we obviously go into Europe, obviously the darts as well. I've watched all that.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That one.
I watched. Obviously, I watched a couple of them, but I got Beth into it as well. And Beth was hooked.
No way.
Obviously, because of Luke Littler and because he took like the media by storm, didn't he? Because he was 16.
Yeah, mate, the guy's fucking next level, isn't it?
Obviously, I used to watch darts back in the day.
Yeah, you were supposed to with your dad a lot.
Mum and dad had it on quite a lot. So
they went, didn't they?
Yeah, they went a few times, and so I was quite familiar with most of the dart players. And when I was watching it, I was like, I watched his semi-final against Rob Cross, and Rob Cross is good. Like he beat Phil Taylor, like in Phil Taylor's last ever final that he got to, and he smoked him as well. And I was watching it, and so that Rob Cross, I don't know how old he is, might be in his 30s or 40s, and this 16-year-old mate bashed him.
He just whacked the floor. I didn't see that.
Like 6-2, and then the other dude who ended up winning it, he's called Luke Humphries. he beat his other dude in the semi-final 6-0, and then these two was in the final against each other. They both were so good. Like, both of them deserved to win. Like, they were both amazing. Like, none of them like smashed each other.
No, it ebbed and flowed.
Every single one went up to like 3-2 in the leg, and then 1-0, and then 2-0, and then 2-1, 2-all, 3-2, 4-2, and it was like that the whole way, and it's fucking nail biting.
Yeah, it was really entertaining. Wasn't it? For like, I would class myself as a not at all Mr. Darts, but like just for a what do you call it? Like a thingy viewer, just like a neutral viewer on it. Like, it was like me and my dad was sat here, like literally just going like, we really wanted that kid to win, just because imagine like the story that would be.
Real, you get like fucking 200k, mate, just for getting to the semis though. So
is that how much you got?
You would have got Wedge, and then obviously all those sponsored dealerships he would have got as well. But he's been drafted to the Darts Premiership as well, hasn't he?
As is, he actually got like 8th place.
Yeah, so there's like 8 of them in the, and he's in it, and that Luke Humphries is in it, who won it as well.
Well, he's world number 1 now, isn't he, that Luke Humphries?
Yeah, and then all the other ones are like proper big dogs in the game, like Van Gerwen, things like Peter Smith. So that starts in February as well. So I was saying to Beth, I was like, I can't wait for that. I'm gonna watch that.
You're actually gonna watch?
Yeah, just because I just fucking got hooked on it, mate, because of him, and and then even watching that Luke Humphries, the guy that won it. It was really nice watching him get up on stage after it and listening to him talk, because he said like he used to be riddled with anxiety to the point where he couldn't come on stage and play, so that he couldn't play for that reason. And now he's like overcome it, and he's a fucking world champion and like smashing it.
Yeah, what a guy!
So it's really nice to see.
Overcoming that, like, that's mental.
So yeah, how was yours?
You know what? Christmas was good, mate. Like, it's the first one after being like separated from my wife and stuff like that, and kids had 2 Christmas mornings. Like, I was there for both of them. Like, my ex-missus kindly let me stay on the settee and that, so I could wake up when the kids did and watch them open the presents and stuff like that.
What time did they get up?
I think it was about 10 to 7, 5 to 7.
Good time.
Yeah, it's chilling, that, isn't it?
One of ours got up at 3 in the morning. It might have been 2.
I remember.
Oh, did I tell you?
Yeah. Well, no,
go back to bed, and then she was like, ooh, and ran off, and I was like, that's too early.
She probably barked at her, and she was like, get back to bed.
Too early. Like, you can get up at, I think the cut-off's about, I was going to say about 5. If you got up at 5, I'd be like, come on then, because it's only an hour earlier than what you get up.
Yeah.
But anything post-5, pre-5, so if it's like 4, I'd be like, nah.
4:59. Go back to sleep.
I'd just be like, it's still night time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was listening to a podcast, and on some podcasts, they'll put a stocking on the end of the kid's bed.
Yeah.
And then put shit in the stocking. So it might be like a little toy or chocolate or whatever. So, do you know when they wake up and they look in the stocking and they go, oh, Santa's been.
Oh, right, okay.
And on this podcast I was listening to, they said that the kid ran in the room at like 2 in the morning and was like, Santa's been, and all stuff like that. And he was like,
shit.
No, there was like, it's still night time though, so you can't go down yet. Because imagine going down at 2. Oh, mate. Ugh. No.
That'd be brutal.
So yeah. 7 o'clock is good.
Yeah, it was good. I heard him like rumbling that upstairs, and I was just downstairs like waiting. I was like a little kid myself, like just waiting for him to come down. I put my quilt over my head so like my daughter couldn't see me, and like she like ran over and like pulled the quilt down. I was like, Daddy. Oh. Yeah, I was buzzing, mate. And then we had this. I had them Christmas Day night, and then woke up in the morning here and give them like loads of presents here and stuff. That's like that, little wrap ups. So all things considered, mate, it was really, really good.
Did your daughter like unwrap presents and stuff? Because I know she's a little bit. Oh shit, beep that out. But she's a little bit older than my daughter, and she just didn't give a fuck. Not
really. She kept saying stuff like, Daddy do it, or Mummy do it, or Granddad do it, or something like that. So you'd have to do like a little thing, yeah. And then she was more keen about what was coming out of it. You know what I mean? So she'd just like wait, watch you open it, and give it her. And she's like, doggy, or something like that. So, but it is definitely about the kids now. You know, like seeing their reactions and stuff like that. I mean, obviously it's a bit different. You can't really beep, 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 to Carly.
We're going to do it loads, aren't we? It's hard to say son and daughter because we never got each other's kids, son or daughter. No. But yeah, go on. Harder with your son.
To sort of gauge his reaction of like, does he like that present? Does he not like that present?
Was there any toys that he absolutely loved?
Mate, that dump truck over there.
What, that one? That red and yellow one?
Yeah. Absolutely loves it.
So you just wheel it up and down?
Well,
does he put stuff in the back or anything?
He was putting it on my head before. Like I was wearing like a hat and then like batting it off my head.
Oh,
and then absolutely cacking his pants, mate. I was doing it for about 15 minutes.
That's well funny.
And then he got this like, I think it's called like ergonomic like bus that like it's got like key letters and that on the side, and you can press them and it says like K, M, L, you know, like a speaking one.
Yeah.
So yeah, he likes some stuff, yeah, which is good.
That's me, mate. Was it?
Right then, should we get fucking going or what?
Yeah, mate. Let's fucking dive in.
We do have to give a bit of a disclaimer though, don't we? Because our first 3 episodes we've unfortunately had to remove, and sort of just on the topic, all like the TBC crew need to know is it's only given us more determination to turn this little idea into a widespread phenomenon. So apologies, but we've had to take them down. But this changes nothing in terms of what we're going to do.
And you know, we've took them down because essentially we're good people and we don't want anyone being upset at the end of the day. So you know, took them down because yes, we're good people and we move forward. And you know, every other episode though is banging and it's still out there, and we're going to carry on doing what we do. We've got a good 3 new guests lined up, and we've also you've been in touch with Rucker and Rob Smith about doing
it. Yeah, they're up for part 2, and I'm sure Ewan will be as well.
No, mate, just get Ewan on just to fucking stare at him again.
I think Ewan would make a sick co-host, you know, to do one with us.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But it's just they're all fucking geezers, aren't they? All of them. Everyone that we've had on's been mega, and I think we do want to get a female one, don't we? And I think that.
Well, Paige reached out to us, haven't they? I think from what I remember, their goal is to lift people like what we're doing and give them a platform and shit like that in it, and shout all about mental health and stuff. But
get the page up so we can give her a nice little shout out.
Well, because I said this, we're 100% sure it's a girl.
Yeah, she's called Mel.
No, but you can get a guy called Mel.
No, I know, but she literally says it in the.
Oh, right, okay.
She says, "I am a woman advocate," although I hate calling myself that.
Oh, right, yeah,
so yeah, big shout out to Mel, and her Instagram account is Men Against Mountains, the movement.
Yeah,
so we've been in touch with her, and we're gonna hopefully try and secure her.
She reached out to us first, didn't she? And was like, "Love what you're doing."
Yeah, it was dead nice, wasn't it? The little interaction that we had with her.
Yeah, and she said that she'd like us to go on whatever it is that she's doing. What is it she's doing?
I think she said some sort of live show.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if that involves us actually going somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it is. We're up for it, aren't we?
100%, mate. Always.
But yeah, so today, disclaimer out of the way, Christmas catch up out of the way. Let's get going. And today's episode is called I Need a Bro Part 1.
Part 1.
Cue the copyright fuck. But yeah, so this is going to be a lot of bromance, a lot of saying I fucking love you, mate, a lot of soppy shit, because I think we wanted to do this one at the start because there's obviously more doom and gloom coming. Yeah. So we'll start the year off with a bit of a nice one, and then fade in the doomy shit, and then sandwich them in between good ones as well.
Yeah, sounds good. And it's also called I Need a Bro Part 1, because we're definitely going to be doing a Part 2, aren't we? So am I right in thinking episode 1 is going to be you?
Yeah, an open letter to my love for you. And
then mine's number 2 is going to be back to you, isn't it? It's like that song, is it Amen?
Fuck you
right back. That's what we're gonna do.
Your sex was whack.
That's why we got the mics, mate. We're gonna do fucking bars, aren't we?
Oh yeah, the karaoke game will go up using these, you know. Or I hope it is. I'm gonna practice Slim Shader for the next time we go on. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, we keep dancing about, don't we?
That's what we do, mate. That's what we do.
So I'm gonna talk about when I first met you.
Yeah.
So we first met, and obviously you can chime in if I get anything wrong, or you're like, nah, not just chime in whenever you want.
Yeah, because we might, because it's so long ago as well. It's like nearing 15 years ago. So
yeah, so I might miss something out or whatever. So just if you want to say it, I'll just be like, oh whoa, that didn't happen, motherfucker. So as I recall, we first met when we was playing 5-a-side.
Yeah.
So we was on opposite teams, and for your sake, it was my turn in net. Otherwise,
I remember you played in net quite a bit as well, and like you was good in net as well. Like
I was a good keeper, yeah.
In the jeans, and it through Jimmy.
In the jeans, shout out Jimmy. Oh, he'll love that. To be fair, it's a proper groupie. So yeah, big up Jimmy. It's in the jeans, mate. But at least I can catch the fucking thing. Hopefully he laughs at that. Anyway, so it was my turn in net, and I was like, fucking, what's run rings around this little cunt? So I spotted this fucking guy with like blonde highlights, no socks, and whatever boots Ronaldo was wearing at the time. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to give this kid some stick. And hopefully it didn't come across like I was being an actual prick, because it could have, but like, you'll be able to tell me soon anyway, but like I was just, every time he got the ball or something like that, I was like, what are you going to do, fucking Ronaldo? What are you going to do? So this guy gets fucking one-on-one with me. Obviously, I come out to narrow the angle like you do. Guy fucking slips it through my legs and says something and like...
fucking sues.
And I think you said something like, fucking better watch them legs, mate, or something like that. And it was like from that like point on, I was like, you know what? He fucking gets what I was only being... I was only bantering, I weren't being a dickhead.
Yeah.
And you were giving it me like back as well. So I was like, shit, I fucking like this guy. And I think like after the game and stuff like that, it was a fucking standard like high five, well played, mate, see you later, and then like went our like separate ways. And then a few weeks later, I was grounded. Should I tell people why I was grounded?
I'm sure you can't get in trouble for that.
No, I don't. No, it was a legit like
get grounded again.
Get grounded at first. You're not seeing your children for 2 weeks, Ryan.
No more Ryan Brew for you, Ryan.
So the reason I got grounded, right? I think it was a 6-week holidays from like leaving school to go to college. So I think I was about 16. Been in the pub near me doing the quiz and stuff like that. Sank about 3 pints of Foster's off my nut, and I come home and I was sat at the top of the stairs. Like sober people do, just sit at the top of the stairs. And my dad's at the bottom, and he was like, "All right, you had a drink?" And I was like, honestly, like eyes as red as a devil's dick, and I was just like, "Nah." And he was like,
"Chilling, Dad."
"Chilling, mate." And he was like, "Oh yeah, like." It's fine, like, just, go fucking sleep it off or something. And I was like, nah.
Just want to sit on the top of the stairs.
Like, I'm sound. And he was like, okay, good night. So I went into bed thinking I'd fucking pulled the blind. I was like, nah, no way you could tell. And I was going to leave the house the next morning, and he was like, whoa, oi, hey, come back here. And I was like, what's up? And he went, where the fuck do you think you're going? And I went, I'm
back to the pub.
I was like, I'm just going fucking Barton's or something. And he was like, you fucking not. And I was like, why? He was like, really? He was like, you literally told me that you didn't have a drink or anything last night to my face while he was fucking pissed as a fart. He was like, nah, fucking staying in for the full 6-week holidays, mate. So obviously that's gutting. Yeah. However, like, I should have just... I think he told me like later on in life, if you'd have just said, yeah, I'm steaming, he would have just got laughed and like said, go to bed. Do you know what I mean? It was the fact that I fucking tried to bullshit him.
Yeah.
So, fair play. But grounding for the full 6-week holidays was grim.
Yeah.
But like, lesson learned type shit. So, I think one of the days I was, on fucking bail or something like that, and I had to take...
on bail?
I had to take...
Got your tag on.
Yeah. I had to take someone's bike to the shop, didn't I? And I think I was like on Facebook Messenger or something like that, and I seen your fucking Edwin popping up popping about. So
okay. No one else's was moving, but mine was just
yours
around.
Yours is like it's like a fucking
Holler at me.
And again, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I was like, yo, fucking played against each other the other night, like, fucking vibed or whatever. Like, I've got to take someone's bike to the shed. Do you want to fucking come with me?
It sounds like a fucking
It sounds
midday, that. I was like, straight into the 6-week holidays. What do I want to do? Let's take a bike to the shop.
Let's go to Jerry Shields.
No, I remember being like, yeah, like sound, and come and met you straight away, didn't I? And
yeah, we took the bike.
It was like one of them proper old school, like, do you know, like a bike that you take outside like a shop in Northern Quarter with flowers in the front or something.
Yeah, like a basket on and shit, didn't it? So yeah, we took the bike, and obviously that's a really weird like first encounter, and,
first date,
and first date. And usually people who fucking play football against each other just go their separate ways, and then that's it. But I don't know, there was almost some sort of like fucking otherworldly like presence at like a foot, if you know what I mean. Yeah. That sort of like was like magnetizing us together. Just even from the little interaction on the pitch, it was like, nah, this guy's fucking sound. You know, like I need him in, like I need to get to know him, if you know what I mean. And like, yeah, after we first met and stuff like that, I was like, yeah, peace, see you later, mate. And then I think the second time, did we go to town and stuff like that? Because I used to fucking like nick earrings and shit, didn't I, from the Claire's.
I think that we were just, yeah, went town, and we just like went fucking KFC or something and got like a fucking lunchbox, and then was like, should go back home and play FIFA. And I remember when I met you, can't remember what FIFA it was, probably like FIFA 09 or FIFA 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
And you'd never played FIFA, and I was like, what the fuck?
No.
I've never played FIFA. And he was like, nah. And I was like, I'll teach you how to play it.
I used to just watch, like when I'd be at like my other mates and they were obviously bashing it. So I'd always just observe because I was wank at it. I'm so shit at it.
No, but I remember I got you on it, and like I always remember, like you'd start off and you'd obviously bang on amateur. just to
I probably still would now, to be fair.
No, but and then you once you got the gist of it and you knew how to play it, you was fine then. And then you always used to do like season modes and go on like career mode.
Yeah.
You'd be City and you'd be like fucking 15 years in, and all your players would be made up because they've all retired, the proper players. I always remember though. I have some such funny memories of that. I remember when I think once he was doing a game and it was from a semi-pro, or you might have even upped it to professional at this point.
Taste it.
But it was like a cup final, and he was getting beat 1-0. It was against like Wigan or something, someone shit. And he was like, fuck off, fuck it, like swearing at it loads. And then when it finished, you turned off your computer rapid about saving it. So
I could do it again.
Yeah, I was like, this guy, man.
Yeah, I fucking hated losing on it. Like, cause it's like, it's a game.
No, it is funny. Like, you'd never played me on it as well. If I ever said to you, like, let's have a game.
I couldn't handle losing on it. It's one of them. I just couldn't fucking do it. But yeah, that's a good story. If I could be losing me on FIFA, I'm sure other boys out there can fucking massively relate.
Loads of people FIFA rage. FIFA,
it is a thing, isn't it? But yeah, after that it was just like pretty easy pickings, and it's not as if like we were both like loners or anything like that. Like you had a solid group of mates, I had a solid group of mates, and it was just, I don't know, it just fucking felt right. As fucking cringy as that sounds, like it was like the organicness of it.
No, definitely.
It was just dead easy, and it was like from day like 2 or whatever, like day 2 of the hang, it was just like, well, right, we're fucking boys now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was never like, you know, like where you sort of internally think like, oh, I don't think he wants to chill me anymore, or something of that nature. Like it was just sort of like a done deal, just like, yeah, we're fucking boys now.
It was almost like instant, like you said, wasn't it? Because obviously, I like you said, I had mates and you had mates, but I'd plenty of times had like different best mates.
Yeah.
And you know, like you kind of go your separate ways, or it'd fizzle out, or you'd stop chilling with them and chill with other people, and then you just, you know, before you knew it, you'd like outgrown each other, and that's part of that growing up phase, going through your teen years and stuff. But I think when me and you started hanging out, but we both kind of like had very similar ambitions. Like we wanted similar things. We had the exact same interests.
This is my next.
Well, I won't steal anything from you, then I'll let you say it. But
no,
it just flowed so naturally.
It's mint that you just said that as well, because it's one of the first things that I fucking wrote down about it. And as well, like even like when obviously, like I said, we had a lot of friends and stuff like that, but I did somewhat feel like a bit of a black sheep when I was like with them. I just always did for some reason, if you know what I mean. But I think it was because I felt a bit like a black sheep in my own family. So it sort of like came out of the house with me, if you know what I mean. And I'd always have that mindset that I shouldn't be there. I'm just going to bring everyone down or something like that. But I was very, very good at hiding it. And when I when I met you, it was like I don't know, like the sort of like walls are like brought down or something, and I could just be 100% myself.
Yeah.
And I think, well, I'd like to think that like that also like replicated over to you as well, just being like, you can be yourself, because I didn't used to sort of go against the grain in terms of like fashion or music or anything like that. But then like when we like become mates, it was like, let's just fucking find some mad garms. Let's find some mad fucking music, like fucking DJ Blend or something like that. And then I think we got into like Laid Back Luke and things like that, didn't we?
Yeah, like loads. We was into loads of different music.
And I don't know, it was just like, if you put on like some sort of like abstract garb, I'd be like, nah, fucking wear it. And then you'd be like, you sure? And I'd be like, fuck it, like who gives a shit? And I think that really helps from like a, you know, like just like a carrying yourself perspective. That like, fuck it, like if me and him like this tee or pair of jeans or whatever, like fuck it, who gives a shit? That really helped.
Yeah.
And again, like you pointed out before, when we first like got talking and stuff like that, and we was sort of discussing what we did at colleges and stuff like that, and I quickly realised that you were extremely driven, and you sort of wanted more than what society had intended for you. And when we used to like hang out at like mainly your parents' house, like I think like one of the first questions I'd ask is like, have you got any fucking coursework that you need to do? And you'd be like, yeah, I need to do X, Y, and Z. And I'd be like, right, well, I'll fucking help you do it. And you'd like say, I need this stuff researching, just like pull some stuff out and then send it over to me. And like, we'd make sure that like the academic stuff was done first.
Yeah. Before
then going on the street and fucking doing, you know, whatever. Like it was always in the forefront of our heads to like get your academic shit done first. You know, because you can have like other friends who be like, oh no, fuck it off. Like let's go play fucking Kirby or something like that. Like it was never like that for us. It was like do your time, do your stuff first, and then enjoy yourself later. And you know what? Just like thinking on the top of my head now, we took that a lot into like parenthood. Yeah. You know, like when we became dads, stuff like that, it was like, right, as soon as them kids are in bed, then let's us have our fun. Let's us go for a quick pint.
What we always did before we went for a beer, didn't we?
Yeah, always
make sure the kids are sorted.
Always make sure the kids are sorted, and obviously that's.
And then the missus is like got it a bit more easier, where she could possibly go and get a bath and chill out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's our time.
But yeah, that just like popped up off of like the top of my head then, saying we'd do our academic shit first, and then go and have our fun afterwards. Right, what else? Yeah, help each other with our coursework. And mate, do you remember the fucking time I actually come into your college and sat in your class?
Yeah.
I literally, I think someone was off or something like that, and you was just like, fucking come in. And I was like, but this is, I could get you in trouble. And you was like, nah, I'd be right. So I just like bowled in there, put my bag down, and just sat in the class. And I think he was doing like an afternoon register or something, going around the room. And then he like got to like my head and just was like, the fuck's this?
Who's this guy?
Who's this guy?
You come on my college leaving do as well, didn't you? Like when we was all leaving.
Did I?
Yeah, we went to factory. I'm sure you did. I'm certain you did.
Was that a night when
we went? You did, because Siraj come with us and I just got
back off holiday, didn't I?
I think so, yeah, because I remember there's pictures of me, you and Siraj in factory.
There is, yeah.
And that was my college work, and like my tutor come out and everything.
No
way. Remember Martin?
I do remember Martin, yeah.
Yeah, there's loads of us.
But yeah, I remember the t-shirt I was wearing that night.
I remember the t-shirt I was wearing. It's that white All Saints one with all the different.
Yeah, and I had some blue
and
white, like one from my holiday that I was because I could still rep it because I had a bit of a tan. But so after that, after sort of a bit of a jump from like college and stuff like that, we both got weekend jobs. You got the sort of better end of the stick because you weren't at Harvey Nichols, name drop. But I did rinse the discount off you.
Yeah.
When I wanted to get like presents for my wife at the time, as in like when she weren't my wife then because it was very early doors. But
yeah, your partner.
If I could, I was like, mate, I need this Michael
Kors.
Kors. Yeah. And obviously I must look like fucking an absolute baller, mate, coming back with them, and I'd be like, oh, it was like $3 mate, and you got it for like $120 for me or something like that. But then I got a job at Office, didn't I, the shoe shop, and they were literally about 100 feet apart or something, weren't they?
Just over the road.
So like we both got like jobs at the same time, and I swear like you've got a few shoes on my discount and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I rinsed that as well. Like, it came with its perks. And I also remember like, again, similar to college, just like bowling into like Harvey Nicks, and I think you had like 30 minutes left to your shift, something like that. And I'd just come and like hang.
Yeah.
And I like with like all like your colleagues and stuff like that, and just thinking now, like on the outside looking in, like I could have got you in shit, I could have got you fired, but like no one seemed to give a crap though, really, did they? I sometimes was helping like straighten up and stuff like that. Like I wasn't in there hindering, if you know what I mean. I was like fucking straightening shit up, you know, something that you missed. Like I was like a fucking secondary employee just off the back of it.
Going around tidying up behind me. So.
But yeah, I know. But I think people just sort of like took us for what we were.
Everyone always knew we come as like a two, didn't they? And everyone always said that, like,
yeah.
Oh, where's your other half? Joe, we weren't together and stuff.
Yeah, and I'd come in and they'd be like, oh, fucking here he is. So it was like this sort of got accustomed to the fact that I'm not going to come in there and hinder anyone's work. And if it was getting busy or whatever I use with a customer, like I'd just piss off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not just going to linger while you're trying to do your job. Like, you know, I sort of had that sort of self-awareness to be like, yeah, probably shouldn't be lingering here.
A lot of people don't have that order. They want to carry lingering like a fucking turd in a pool floating about. No, you can go now.
Oh, that's funny, but it's some good memories just balling in Harvey Nicks. Remember we met Mika Richards in there?
Oh yeah, I wish that I knew what it was like back then, because I just would have been like, I know, yeah. Stuff. Big Meeks.
Everyone wanted a big piece of Big Meeks.
Oh, Nick showed me a funny video of him the other day where he meets the guy that's like the double.
Oh yeah. He walks out, doesn't he? And he's like speechless, and he's just like.
Yeah, he looks at him and goes, yeah, you alright? It's so funny. But yeah, met loads of like footballers when I worked there.
Met Joe Hart.
Met Joe Hart. I served Mika Richards. I got his autograph as well. I guess that's what you do, innit? Like it's before
selfies.
You got a picture with someone in there once.
Mika Richards.
Oh, was it Mika Richards?
Yeah.
I must have been 2 different occasions then. Yeah, I remember when he was like going down, you ran down, didn't you, and asked for a picture with him?
Yeah, I was like, Mika, please. Manchester.
I think the most like starstruck moment I ever got is when I seen RVP.
Oh, heavy.
It's unreal.
No way.
He just turned 30 as well. It's mad to think that when he was 30, looking at him, versus looking at us, it's like we just don't like. He's a man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we're boys.
We're still trouble boys, mate. But yeah, after that, getting the weekend job and stuff like that, we'd fuck about in like the city centre and stuff, which was always good fun. And I don't know, I just sort of like slowly started realising that we had so many of the same interests, characteristics, complemented each other like really well. Like obviously people have said that about the podcast as well. Like we give each other a lot of confidence to, like I said before, like wear a fucking abstract piece of clothing and like sort of go to a club that like, you know, that wasn't deemed cool or like it just wasn't the place to go.
Yeah.
We'd be like, fuck it, let's just go. Because it was wherever we went, the sort of fun would follow, if you know what I mean. Like we could have had a fucking club in a paper bag or something like that, and we'd still make it fucking sick. And everywhere we'd go, and especially now, like even today, I think we've mentioned it before, that like people tended to like gravitate towards us a lot when we were out. Just sort of wanting to know what we were about, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
It still happens now, and I think that just shows that like when we're together and stuff like that, we're projecting like, good energy to people, a bit of a welcoming one, because some people you can just look at and go, I'm probably not going to even bother letting on to that person because they like don't have like a welcoming aura about them and stuff like that. But from our experiences with at complete randomers, you can't discredit us for having like a non-welcoming aura, if you know what I mean. Like, yeah, it happened all the time, which was it's pretty nice to be fair as well. Just like, like being able to say to someone like, fucking hope you enjoy your night, hope you fucking enjoyed your little fucking interaction with us and stuff like that. Like it was mint, wasn't it? What else? Oh yeah, in like bars and stuff like that, we're the guys who, if we spot someone who's been stood next to us and not been served, we'll like fucking pull them in front of us and be like, get in there, mate. It'd be like sound fucking little fist pump and stuff like that. Like, we're those dudes. Again, that self-awareness being like, he's been stood there for time.
Yeah.
If that was me, I'd want someone to do what I've just done, if you know what I mean. So it's a hope and sort of, do what you treat that person how you would how you would fuck's sake. I've not even had a beer.
No.
Treat that person how you would want to be treated in the exact same scenario. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think in terms of the self-awareness thing, I think one thing for me and you is that we've always been a bit too self-aware. And I think, I'm not necessarily saying it can be a bad thing, but it's one thing I've actually been noticing recently is that I'm too self-aware. And I think we both are in that sense. Just
of what?
Just in the sense of like, one, our surroundings, to like people around us, and to the point where we'll be thinking about what they're thinking, and like, I don't know, like it just doesn't switch off. Do you know what I mean? Whereas some people don't have that, like you said, where they don't really give a shit and they're just about themselves. Whereas we're like the opposite, and we're constantly thinking like, even what you were saying before about like why we took the first 3 episodes down, and it's it's just like even that in somewhat is self-awareness, because I don't know, like we essentially don't want people being upset. Yeah. Whereas some people might have been like, fuck you, like I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Whereas us, we're just like, okay, no worries. Like, don't want anyone being upset. Fine. Apologies if someone got upset. Blah blah blah. Just in general, mate. Like just.
Yeah, it can be detrimental, isn't it? Being too self-aware, too hyper conscious of like your surroundings.
I am I walk in rooms and I'm constantly like analysing the fuck out of everything and thinking like, I've always feel like I've got a telly on my head and everyone's always like waiting to say something to me. Do you know what I mean? And it's not a nice kind of thing to walk around with, but at the same time, like I said, it's nice in the sense that you approach it from, in the sense of like, we're not arseholes, and if there is someone, like we're always like, even as old school and traditional as it is, if we got on a fucking bus and there was a fucking lady stood up, or a disabled person or pregnant person or an old person, straight away you'd be like, take a seat.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You always do a little scan, don't you? Just being like, am I actually cool to just sit here and be comfortable? Whereas some next person, because 99% of the people, in my experience, just wouldn't look up, if you know what I mean. Whereas hopefully we'd go against the grain and clock it and be nah, come and sit here, please.
Even just what I was saying then, like the other month, maybe it was, it was last month, I think it was. Me and Beth went to watch United at Old Trafford. Was on the train on the way down, and we was in one of them 2 seats where it's a table and 2 seats there, and the person opposite us had his headphones on. The train was dead busy, but he had his chair and he had his bag on his chair next to him.
Disgusting, honestly.
And I was thinking in my head before this encounter even happened, like, why have you got your bag on your chair?
Yeah,
it's so busy. Like, someone might want to sit down. And then we got to like the next stop, which I think was like Staley Bridge. And then some woman got on and she looked at him and she was like, can you move your bag, please? But he had his headphones and I just ignored him. She looked at us and she went, oh well, I just picked his bag up and threw it on the table.
Oh, nice.
Sat
well,
down,
I could never do that though. What
no,
that
I
woman
couldn't.
Did. Never.
Because I'd again feel rude doing it. But then he took his headphones off and he was like, oh, sorry. And she went, no, it's fine. I'll move you back now.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
And I was just like, that's not even having the self-awareness, or do you know what I mean? Knowing how busy the train was.
That's
people
just
stood
being
up in the aisles
outright
having your
rude,
bag.
innit?
Just like, do you know what I mean?
If I had that, if I knew my bag was on the chair and it was busy, that'd fry my head internally.
I just wouldn't ever put my bag on a chair though,
No.
because I'd think someone might want to sit there.
Unless it's dead and you're fucking going next stop or whatever, bang it there. But if it's rammed, like, just don't. It's a no go for me. I won't be able to, like sit there and pretend that I can't tell people are actually glaring at me to move my bag.
No.
Yeah, it'd be fucking crippling. But yeah. Oh yeah, like people might not know this, but there's like a year gap between us, isn't there? So I turned 18 before you.
I still would have been 16, I think, wouldn't I?
Would you?
Because I think you would have been 17 and I was 16. Yeah, because like you're going to be 31 when I'm still 29.
Oh shit, yeah. It's mad, like the whole like school year.
But it was only a year between us.
Yeah, there's a school year between us. But
I'm a late one in my year. I'm July.
So yeah, you're one of the youngest in your year, right? Yeah. So I turned 18 first, but you still managed to come out for me 18th, didn't you?
Yeah.
Do you
remember where 42s?
I think we went there as well. I think we went Fifth Ave as well. It was me, you, my cousin Jake, Bolden, yeah.
No, I remember Fifth Ave, I think it was. Yeah,
Fifth
not
Ave,
42s. Yeah, Fifth Ave. I always got mixed up. Yeah, I remember.
But no,
you was wearing a stripy top.
Yeah.
I think it was white and burgundy.
Yeah,
I had
that's
a black
right.
Viv West top on.
Yeah.
I remember it like thinking back of my hand, mate, and I remember it was on like a fucking Thursday night or something.
It was, yeah.
So,
it was a Thursday night.
Yeah, because I remember going to college in the morning. Fucking
how did you get in? Like, whose ID did you use? Your older brothers?
No. I think I used... Remember Austin from the college?
Yeah.
I think I used his, and he looked nothing like me.
Yeah.
I used so many different people's IDs.
Did you?
I used his, I used yours for like other times I went out. I think at one point, I went out with you, and we went in separate times.
You used my passport.
Yeah, I think
and I used my driving license. Oh my god, how fucking bait is that?
I know. I just don't think they ever looked. I think they just like checked the date and was like, yeah, you both got hair and eyes.
You got hair and eyes.
So yeah, like I remember once I used fucking butties and he fucking not like me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, not even got the same like shaped head or any like features or anything, but. That it was really good that you actually did manage to come out, because I remember there's loads of pictures of us in factory like of that night on like probably being like your FB memories and stuff like that. Yeah. But it was
so many times to get a fake ID and like the anxiety you get stood in the queue being like, I'm not going to get in. Oh, what if I don't get in? And you have that anxiety because you think like I'm going to ruin everyone else's night, because obviously I knew that you wouldn't then go in and leave me.
Yeah, of course.
So then it would be like, if that happens, or like you just go in and I'll just fuck off home. But then it's like, no, we'll just try and get in somewhere else. But luckily, it never happened.
No, it never happened. Well, and I've got a bit of a short story about that. Like again, Jimmy, tune in, mate. This is about you. So I went out in like Oldham or something like that with Orton, and I took Jimmy's passport. I think he might not have known, but I was just like, fuck it. Like I was 16. Obviously, the guy looks like semi like me, but like not that much. And I got his fucking passport took off me in Oldham, and I think he was going away like 2 days later or something.
Oh, God.
So I rang him at like 4 a.m. I was like, Jimmy, I fucking got your passport took off me. And he was like, you got what? Where? Why? How? Who? And I was like, oh yeah, I took your passport out with me in Oldham. And you have to like drive up to like the bar like in the day, like when there's fuck all no one there.
Oh yeah.
Or there's obviously someone there, but it's not actually open, and fucking pay like 40 quid just to get his passport back.
Really?
Going on. Yeah, they fucked him, but like it was my fault.
As if they didn't just give it him back.
Yeah, I know.
Technically, it weren't his fault. Do you know what I mean?
No, it weren't his fault, but they just wanted to make a quick 40 quid, didn't they? Something like that.
No, you're not in it.
But yeah, I can empathise with the angst.
At least you got it back though.
Yeah, thank God.
I thought he was going to say you had to drive down to Liverpool and pay dough for a passport.
I don't know what he might have had to do, but like that was a daunting phone call. So, sorry, Jimmy. What else now? Yeah, the 18th birthday was pretty sick. I was really glad that you like made it out and stuff. And just again, I love the fact that like we went against the grain in terms of like music choice. Like obviously going to see Bieber.
Oh yeah.
Fucking not once, not twice, on 3 separate occasions we've gone and seen Bieber, and it's been fucking mint every time we've been.
I remember the first time it would have been like 16, 17, and then I think the next time might have been like 19, 20. And then the time afterwards, when I was a bit older, wasn't it? Like 24-ish, 23?
Yeah, 24, 25. We got matching t-shirts for the last one, didn't we? That was it the first one.
in the middle on that one. I can't remember, but we got swaggy.
Got matching swaggy t-shirts, yeah.
But it was really good because I remember the last one was standing as well. And I got 4 tickets, didn't we?
With me, you, and your brothers
come. But that one was like, you would have thought it would have been. It was really good at a mint time because that was around the time he was making like more like dance music and stuff. But it was around the time that his mental health was in a really bad place. Yeah. And he tried doing some kind of like speech around like God and all that kind of stuff, and everyone was kind of like cheering and like he was like shouting at everyone to shut up, and like everyone carried on cheering.
Yeah, he lost his head a bit.
He just fucking like he just said something like, "Right, I'll just fucking sing then," and just threw the mic on the floor or something, and then walked off, got changed, come back out, and just started singing, and I was like, "Oops, all right, fucking calm down." It really annoyed me at the time, though, and it put me off it a lot at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because I thought everyone spent so much money to come and see you.
Yeah.
The least you could do is not have a fucking shit attitude. But obviously, like, now I'm aware of, obviously, the season stuff that he did on YouTube about his life and all stuff like that. His mental health was all over the place. He was popping drugs left, right and centre. Yeah,
they had to, like, check on him and stuff. Like, they had to take his pulse through the night and stuff, didn't they?
It was so good, that documentary.
It was good, that documentary.
But yeah, he used to wake up and take pills when he was, and then he got one of them tents, didn't he? I bet urinal, like one of these. Remember the tent when he goes in and I think it just sucks all the fucking oxygen out or something.
Really?
It pumps oxygen into it, so he's like getting loads of oxygen, and he comes out and he just feels brand new. And
no way.
You're not seeing it in the tent?
No.
They're probably fucking very expensive.
I can imagine.
But you get in and you zip it up and it just shoots like shitloads of fresh oxygen. Something like that. Like, it's really good for your
internal stuff. Fucking hell, that's right. Yeah, you and I'll be all over that one. I probably fucking tested his poo in that oxygen tank.
I was going to say, he's probably got one of them tents that pumps oxygen in. But he probably gets in and it's probably got a cold dip fucking thingy in it as well. So he does a dip.
He's got a toilet next to it as well. Yeah, I'm going to have to read this next bit because...
Yeah, go for it, mate. It's all right.
I can't recall it just off the top of my head. So, this is a kind of like sign off of this, but I've got to read it because I don't want to get it wrong. So, I've got a few mates who I'm extremely close to, and I'm close to them for very different reasons. I think me and Jay are so close because I think we're exactly what we needed from another friend at that particular stage of our lives. And whatever force was at work, the universe wanted us to be motherfuckers. And the fact that we're sat here together doing this podcast is just a fucking joy. We've been through so much together, and for fuck's sake, I took you on the first date with the woman who ultimately ended up becoming the mother of my children. As ever, we came as a package deal. To have a mate like you, I'm honoured that you've allowed me to be in your life, and I'd do anything for you and your family at the drop of a hat. No favour you ask of me is too much. I'd take a fucking bullet for you, and I love you to absolute bits.
Oh,
let me see them tears.
Bro.
Let me see them.
It's like you said though, mate. It's the exact same for me as well. Like, you know, I don't want to give too much away from my perspective because, you know, I'll save it for my episode. But yeah, like I don't know where I'd be today if it weren't for you. Like in the sense of like we've been there for each other in so many moments. Even just there was points when I obviously went to uni and we used to maybe speak like once every week or a couple of times a month, but it was still like when we seen each other, it picked up
exactly where it left off.
But you know, like there's been so many dark points, like you know everything I went through in the past year or so with my family, like even last year, just how up and down it was, and it was always just being there for each other.
Yeah,
everything that happened, obviously with Nick and stuff, like you've always been there for me when I've needed someone, and you know you've always been that person that I can open up to whenever. And like you said, even from when we met each other, it was always 100% and like authentic, and that's carried on
throughout
to this day.
Yeah,
like I can walk through this door, and I could say to you like, I don't want to do the podcast tonight. I just want to vent because I'm in a really difficult place, and you just be like, sit down. You know, and it works obviously both ways. Like anything you need, you know, I'm always there, and same with you. Like I said, nothing's ever too much.
Nah, nothing. I think that needs to come across more from your end though, as in because you find it hard to let people do things for you.
Yeah, 100%. But you know, like, yeah, it's hard to put it into words.
Yeah,
you
I know what you mean.
The feelings that one has.
We said it would be soppy. We said like people are going to be
fucking
crying, hopefully.
No, but it really is, mate. Because like we said, we've got other mates, but nothing like comes close in the sense of like you've got mates and good mates, but what we've got is, and obviously you've not really got brothers to relate to, but I do, and what we have it is like
is it close as it gets.
It is like brother vibes. Do you know what I mean? Like
I 100% agree.
Like I'd take a bullet for you, 100%.
Yeah.
Like,
no questions asked, mate. Like jump, you know, like in like 21 Jump Street. When
he jumps across.
Yeah, but don't he miss in that one? And Jenko still gets shot.
But yeah, mate. No, I really appreciate obviously the episode. It's everything you said. I knew anyway because we're bros and we know everything about each other inside out.
That's true.
We know each other's personality. We know what makes each other tick. We know each other's values. We know what to say to each other when one of us is in a low place. We know how to pick each other up.
Yeah,
and that's rare because a lot of people don't. Like,
it is rare.
I think probably the only person on this planet that knows me inside out. Like, do you know what I mean?
No way.
Like inside out. Like, do you know what I mean? Because it's a bit awkward to say it on the pod, isn't it? But do you know what I mean?
No, mate.
You know me more than my partner knows me. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you do.
I think that'll always be the case though with like if you're really close like a friend and you are in a relationship, your friend will always know you more than your partner. I think I think that's just how it always will be.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a little sign off, that's been I Need a Bro part 1. I can't wait for part 2 because I will cry. But we hope we hope that everyone's enjoyed it, and I suppose a sort of like message that we sort of like wanted people to take out of this is no matter like your gender or identification, you need people around you who bring your best qualities to the forefront. And I think it's such a necessity to have a foundation of people around you who you can turn to when shit hits the fan. And also on the flip side of that, when you tell people that you've had a promotion or a pay rise or something like that, the people who are genuinely excited for you, instead of being the sort of person that's like, oh, well done, but inside you're jealous. You know what I mean? Because if you've got people,
anything like that between us,
no, not at all. And I think when you're genuine in your comments about well done in your progression, like people who have been there for you will take you with them. When you succeed in life, your mates succeed in life, your family succeed in life. When you do well, it's the people who sort of can't see past themselves and just are sort of clouded by envy and jealousy towards you making some sort of positive progression in your life. I think you need people around you who, bring out the best in you and are genuine in the fact that they just want what's best for you.
Defo. And I was going to say, just to jump on the back of what you just said then, I think it's something that your dad actually said. You find out who your real friends are when shit does hit the fan.
When shit hits the fan.
So when you got divorced from, obviously, your ex-wife, I think there was only two people, well, 3 including your dad, but like you do find out who is there. And,
you really do, mate. You
do. Because I'm not gonna badmouth anyone or name anyone, but you've had mates in the past that you might have classed as very good friends, and then obviously shit hits the fan, and you've moved a bit down the road and stuff, and then do you know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, so where are these people now? Do you know what I mean?
It's too easy to have loads of friends when your life's fucking perfect or seemingly perfect. If you know what I mean?
It is, and and when you've got kids as well, it is hard to also be here, there, and everywhere. But knowing obviously what you went through and moving into this fucking bat cave on your own, shit like that, like I wanted to, and obviously like we did, and we was like seeing each other quite a lot, and even Beth might have been a bit like, do you want to like spend a bit of time with fucking me?
Yeah,
but she gets it though, and she got it because she's got friends, and you know, and she's been in that situation where she's split up with a partner and been left on a house on her own or whatever with a kid. So you know, it's just nice to check in on people and be there, because
of course it is,
yeah, it's just life's fucking short, and also you don't know what people are going through. Do you know what I mean? It's rough, fucking having to go through what you went through and stuff like that. The year you've had, you know, and just having someone there for you to.
Yeah, it does make it not easier, but.
And I know you can easily just send a text and be like, "How's it going, blah 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 blah." But I've seen someone once saying like, you can ask someone if they're okay, and when they respond yeah or whatever, you can then text them again or ask them again and go, but are you really okay?
Yeah, like,
and
get
like,
it out.
There's a
of
percentage. There's like a percentage that on the second time asking them, they might actually be like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they might open up to you because we're British as well. It's like a British thing to be like, are you okay? Or you're all right? And everyone just goes, yeah,
fine.
Sound.
Yeah.
And then, but if you ask again and go, are you actually okay? Like the chances that someone might actually be like, you know what, I'm not. But there's not been a time when I can open up to someone or speak to someone. I don't feel comfortable speaking to this person or that person, because I've had that before where my head feels like it's about to fucking fall off, but I can't speak to the people around me about why my head's falling off and stuff. And
yeah, so you've just gone, yeah, sound.
And then I've suppressed, and then I've exploded.
That leads us on to what our probably next episode's going to be there, doesn't it?
Is it the suppression one?
I think we're going to do one about suppression, yeah.
Yeah. And then I think might even get a guest on in between it or something, or maybe after, I don't know, but definitely got a couple of good guests lined up.
We have, yeah.
I feel like we need to get Future Free.
We need to get maybe they can fucking help us with this mic situation.
Well, they're absolute tech dons, mate. Like, you've got to see their setup. Mad.
Yeah, SOS to the We Are Future Free boys.
I wonder if they strike me as people that will have a Mac. So that
what? Why?
Just because they seem like they got the shit sorted, and it doesn't seem like they have a smelly fucking Windows computer.
So just if you got your shit together, you've definitely got a Mac.
Yeah. And a ring light.
Oh yeah, shit. You know what? I forgot that's fucking been there this whole time. You know.
But to be fair, I stopped recording after I've turned it off before when I got up. But
oh, nice.
It'd be nice having the ring light on. It feels professional.
It does feel like this setup that we're like getting. It feels like we're on the right tracks.
It will be better when we get both mics on the go, because I've noticed, because that's in the middle and we both kind of like triangular to it, we end up like talking not directly into it. So I've been noticing the sound waves on the computer, they're not like hench, do you know what I mean? But it's sound.
It'll be fine.
Turn your fucking volume up on your fucking device if you can't hear us.
Right then, that's been I Need a Bro Part 1.
Do you want to ask me you were drinking, because we've missed it for about the last 5 episodes?
We have missed it. Who are you drinking, Jay?
So today, we're drinking Iron Brew, aren't
we? We're drinking Iron Brew, man. We're doing, well, I'm not saying I'm doing dry jam just for the fact that I've never actually done it before, because I've never had to, but I just want to see if I can, like, if it can go a month. And I'm also cold dipping every day in January.
Oh, that's mint. That's really
good.
So
I fucking fill my bathtub up and just get in there.
Have you been doing it in your bath?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What I was going to say that I actually found pretty funny about the dry January thing, when you told me that you were doing dry January the other day, you said someone was drinking on the pod. I was like, that's fine. But this ultimately means I'm doing dry January as well, because the only time we drink is when we do the pod.
When we do this, yeah. You're involuntarily doing it.
But it's like, to me, it's like, it's no effort. And it's funny because I was saying it on the addiction episode the other day, like, with the weed and stuff, I struggled to turn that on and off. Whereas with drink, like, you can just be like, yeah, I'm not gonna drink. So I'll be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then, like,
yeah, don't miss it.
I've already done dry January, and it's the 5th of Jan now, so it's like 5 days in, and I've not even noticed it. And I've not had a drink since, I think last time I drank was on the 29th, because I've chilled at Nick's for the night. But then prior to that, probably last time we did this, yeah.
So
it's not really drink. It's just when we do a pod or if we go for a beer, and that's it. I don't ever drink in the house, or I don't. Do you know what I mean? It's just when we do this, really.
No, it's just seeing, like,
so,
if what
dry January.
what what it's like. You know, like it'll probably save us a bit of dough from the sort of like buying them for the pod and stuff like that.
Yeah, and we normally go for a pint after as well, don't we?
Yeah, just seeing fucking what it's all about.
What are you going to do if you go and watch footy with your dad?
Just have fucking Guinness 0.0
Yeah, fair enough, actually. I was going to say just drink Guinness then.
Just drink Guinness.
Oh, that's food, yeah, it's not a bit. It's a meal.
It is a meal, yeah. Doesn't count.
Yeah, well, sound, mate. First one of 2024.
Been mega.
Went out with a bang. I'm doing all the ending now. It's just TBC.
Yeah.
It's rusty, mate.
I know. TBC out.
Peace.